It's the Chip and Lance Show with Chip and Lance.
Now, the next thing we need to remember, Chip, if we're going to be quarantined together, is not to let our fears get to us. It is a frightening time, and we need to be careful not to scare each other. Right, Chip? Chip?
Do you like my clown mask, Lance?
Ah! Dang it all, Chip! Take that scary thing off.
Oh, sorry about that, Lance. What were you saying?
I was just saying we shouldn't let ourselves get too scared.
Well, you know I ain't scared of nothing, except Goodnight Moon.
Chip, why are you scared of Goodnight Moon?
Ah!
Chip, my point is we can't let our fears get to us.
Ooh. What kind of things you scared of, Lance?
Oh, I don't know.
The spiders?
Speaking
in public? Spiders speaking in public? Ah! You know, all this talk about fear reminds me of a story. Once upon a time,
Chip, now's really not the time for stories, I don't think.
Well, this is a story about how I dealt with one of my fears.
Like Goodnight Moon?
Ah!
Chip, you know I like your stories.
Oh, thank you, Lance. I like my stories, too.
Uh-huh. But you know, the kind of story that would be really good right now would be, I don't know, one that has a point, maybe.
Well, sure, Lance, this story has a point.
Yeah, are you sure about that, Chip?
It's just like the story of when I got that sandwich the other day.
What happened next?
Well, I ate it, Lance.
Yeah, Chip, listen, I really like your stories, but I wanted to have a good conversation about fear today because, like I said, sometimes even someone like me feels a little afraid, and that's when
A great story to help you process it. I know, Lance. I was on a top-secret mission in Afghanistan, and I found myself surrounded by the Sultan of Sadism and all his nefarious goons.
Well, Captain McGregory, it would appear you have fallen into my trap. You cannot hope to defeat 200 of my best soldiers. All that is left for you to do is die a most painful death.
I just remembered Goodnight Moon!
Dang it all, Chip.
What's that, Lance?
That was a stupid story.
Oh, well, the Sultan of Sadism is pretty stupid, Lance, and no mistake.
Yeah, okay, but what happened next?
Well, an epic battle. A life-changing cataclysm. I don't really remember, Lance. It ain't important.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Chip, that's exactly the part of the story that we need right now. That is the important part.
Oh, it is?
Well, yeah. Because when you're scared of big, scary, complicated things you don't understand, all you can do is trust God and give your worries to Him and just do the next right thing, you know?
Oh, like they talk about in that movie on Disney+. Sammy the Way Out Seal.
I think you might be thinking of Frozen 2 there, Chip.
But that one's got a seal. Oh, he's way out. Oh.
What does way out even mean?
Wait, Lance, I got one more story about fear, then I'll answer your question.
I don't really want to hear it, Chip.
I think this one is more what you're looking for. It was a cold and ominous day when Chip... Hey, that's me, Lance.
Yeah, I know.
And Lance... that's you, Lance.
Yep, sure thing.
Approached the haunted mansion on the hill overlooking Sanityville. My Uncle Lester had stipulated in his will that I had to spend one night without leaving said haunted mansion, or I would forfeit the inheritance.
Well, here we are at the haunted mansion. Sure is spooky.
I just remembered Goodnight Moon!
Dang it all, Chip. You scared me. Dang it all, Chip. What about the part when Uncle Lester's ghost tried to drop that candelabra on me?
Oh, nobody wants to hear about that part, Lance.
Well, considering it's just the two of us, I don't know why we're telling stories anyway.
Because it's fun. I love stories. And it illustrates the point we were talking about.
No, Chip. No, it doesn't.
I like bagels.
What? Oh, never mind. Point I was trying to make is that when we're scared of something big and out of our control like a virus, we can't do everything to fix it. We just got to trust God with that.
And then there's something about a seal. Wasn't there?
No, Chip. There was something from Frozen 2, which is we just do the next right thing, which means whatever the next right thing to do is, that's what we do. If we're stuck in a quarantine, it may just be the most we can do is say a prayer or obey our mom and dad or draw a picture or help with the dishes or something. It might be any number of things. Point is, you just do the next right thing, and then the next one after that, and then the next. And you let God deal with the big picture because he's the only one big enough to do it in the first place.
Thanks, Sammy the Seal. Hey, and that reminds me of another story, Lance.
Chip, this story better
Oh, you'll
not-
remember this one, Lance. The skyscraper was on fire, and somebody needed to get the orphans off the 20th floor.
Chip, that was the last of the orphans. The firemen will catch a Chip jump.
Lance,
What is it, Chip?
it was so scary being up there, Lance. I remembered Goodnight Moon.
You know, Chip, sometimes I really hate you.
And then there was that time when I went camping in the woods north of town, and I had to wrestle that pack of wolves.
Now, wait, hold up, Chip. Does this story by any chance possibly have a point? Or is it in fact another stupid story that ends with you remembering Goodnight Moon and yelling?
Ah!
Dang it all!
Actually, Lance, I can confirm that the following story, unlike my other stories, in no way ends with me remembering Goodnight Moon.
Fine. Go ahead, Chip. Let's hear it.
I just remembered Goodnight Moon.
Dang it all, Chip!
It begins with me remembering Goodnight Moon.
Why me? Why not some other fella? What did I do?
And then I faced off against that wolf pack, but you want to hear about that.
Actually, Chip, you know what? That part of the story actually sounds pretty interesting.
It does?
Yeah, why don't you tell that part of the story?
I mean, if you insist, Lance.
I do insist, Chip. Since I've been kind of worried about my wife and kids, it might be nice to hear a good, exciting story with a point to distract me.
Well, sure thing, Lance. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, I just remembered Goodnight Moon. Ah!
Yeah. What happened after that, Chip?
Well, it's not that interesting, Lance, but here we go. I just remembered Goodnight Moon. Oh, hey, it's a pack of hungry wolves. I might have known it was a bad idea to venture into the snowy moonlit woodlands beyond Sanityville in the dead of winter. A bad idea for you wolves, that is. Aha! Of course, it's my old nemesis, Graystripe, the king of the wolves. Deadliest leader of the most ferocious wolf pack in all the woodland area around Sanityville. Graystripe. So named for a reason that I forget right now. I might have known it was you, old friend, quote unquote. Yeah, good to see you too, you devil. Come back for some more? Brought your whole pack along this time, Graystripe. Maybe they should have called you Yellow Stripe, as in yellow the color of fear. Yeah, well, I guess we both got a couple of scars to pay back, don't we, your so-called majesty? Well, democracy, of course. That's the American way, you lupine menace. Well, my friend, I just remembered. It so happens that I possess the best two weapons in all the land for fighting wolves. My two fists! Take that! Carry on that! And take that one too! And it's the right hook for you! Take a spinning roundhouse to the muzzle! We've all heard of fur flying. How do you like it when it's literal? I'll take that and that! Whew. And that leaves the boss. Come and get it, Gray. No! No! Let go of that! Not my gun! Good thing I can dodge bullets! Wait, no, not my grenade belt! Let go of that! I tell you what, Graystripe, you want these grenades? They're all yours. I'll just hold on to the pins for you. Long live the king! This explosion's blowing me through the air, and I just remembered Goodnight Moon. No! I'm sure sorry, Lance. I hope you're not too bored.
No, Chip, I gotta admit, that was a great story.
It was?
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting and exhilarating, and it did what we've been talking about.
It did?
Well, yeah, I mean, I assume you trusted God in that situation. You had to have.
Of course.
And then you did the next right thing, which in this case was, of course, fight off all the giant wolves.
It ain't important, Lance.
And best of all, that story helped me take my mind off on my worries about my family and their safety and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, by the way, Lance, that reminds me. Better finish that story there. With Graystripe presumed dead, you must lead the pack, Tornir. But from this day let there be no enmity between the wolves of the woods of Sanityville and Chip McGregory. Very good, then. Farewell, my friends. What's that, Tornir? If you ever, for even a moment, feel betrayed by me, you'll eat Lance and his family? You know where they live? Well, no, how could I like it? But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And that's how the elephant got his trunk, Lance. No, wait. What story was I telling again? Lance? It wasn't Goodnight Moon, was it?
Chip!